It's unacceptable. It's unethical.
Premiers across Canada and many other people are very triggered about Alberta independence. We will start with Danielle Smith's statement. She's the Premier of Alberta. She has more of a nuanced take. Then we'll get to some others.
I've always been clear that me and our United Conservative Caucus are supportive of a strong and sovereign Alberta within a united Canada. 10 years under Justin Trudeau's government, our province was relentlessly attacked. Our economy was relentlessly attacked, not only for our economy, but our provincial rights and also our personal freedoms and our way of life. And so when you look at the polls, they suggest as many as 30% of Albertans have lost hope. That's about 1 million people. And I'm not going to demonize or marginalize a million of my fellow citizens when they've got legitimate grievances. What we need to...
I'm looking forward to the polls that are released in the next couple weeks. Will that number tick up because of all this momentum we're seeing on social media and media in general? We will see.
We need to give Albertans hope. We need to show them, not just tell them, not just words, but with actions, that Canada can work. And that's what I've been doing. That's why I signed an agreement with the Prime Minister in November so that we could work in common cause on correcting some of the mistakes, I would say, of the Trudeau government. And it's why we participate in these kinds of First Ministers conferences, so that we can find the things that we agree on and work together for that, for the betterment of the country.
I mean, quite a few people to get to in this video. Now we will head to the Alberta NDP leader, Naheed Nenshi. He's talking here about Danielle Smith.
All right, we're going to go to Ottawa now, where the leader of Alberta's NDP party is speaking, calling on Danielle Smith to denounce the separatism movement in her province.
Top Trump officials. The U.S. State Department has confirmed that these meetings took place, during which the separatists were seeking financial support from the U.S. to leave Canada. There are many words one can use to describe this kind of behavior, and we've heard a lot of those words today. But I'll just say that this news is extremely disturbing, and it is completely unacceptable. Albertans are proud to be Albertan, and we are proud to be Canadian. These people have no authority to be negotiating with other countries. I feel like here in Ottawa, we've had a lot of people yelling a lot over the last couple of years on the issue of foreign interference. This is clear foreign interference.
These people that are saying that should highlight exactly what they think took place in those meetings. And I mean, how about the Carney government go have a productive discussion with the White House? Give me a break with this elbows up stuff. Like that's going to work. Okay, we'll get to this video now. The title is First Nation Chief Calls on Smith UCP to Resign. Full news conference. I'm assuming, I guess this guy talking is a First Nations chief. He has some awful statements though. Take a look.
Province of Alberta. We strongly oppose any petition calling for a separation referendum. Letting this move risks opening the door to Alberta becoming the 51st state, something that we will not allow. We've seen what's happening south of the border. When the U.S. Treasury Secretary said Alberta should come on down to the U.S., that wasn't a joke. It was a serious signal of how others see this province's political direction.
It's such a lie. He was talking about a pipeline. That's so dishonest. Ew, gross, man. I'll play that clip now, but I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself, dude. Learn the facts. Did you watch the freaking interview?
Alberta is a wealth of natural resources, but they won't let him build a pipeline to the Pacific. I think we should let them come down into the U.S., and Alberta is a natural partner for the U.S. They have great resources.
He's talking about a pipeline. He just said it. They can't build a pipeline out west. We should let them come on down to America. Like, you're just deliberately taking that out of context. Give me a break, dude. Ontario Premier Doug Ford was also asked about this topic. Let's take a look.
Think about these reports about Alberta sovereignty.
Well, you know something, I'm dead against that. You know, going behind Canada's back and negotiating is unacceptable. We're one country, and we should all be sticking together. We shouldn't have groups going around the federal government's back or the provinces back to negotiate something with the U.S.
What do they think is being negotiated? It has to be a vote. Alberta's going to have to vote on this question or not if the referendum goes through, and it's likely that it will. But what do they think they're negotiating?
We all know where President Trump stands. He wants Canada, and that's not going to happen. We'll fight with every tool we have. So I find that unacceptable.
Premier Eby called that treason. Do you think that's a fair word for what's happening?
I don't know about treason. It's unacceptable. It's unethical. I'm a little disappointed that they've done this. But this is an opportunity for Premier Smith to stand up and say enough is enough. And either you're with Canada or you're not with Canada. I'm with Canada right across the board.
Do you think she's stoking a separatist?
I don't know. I can't speak for Premier Smith. That'll be up to her to talk about it. But again, this is what we should be doing when there's so much uncertainty. We're under attack by President Trump. We need to be united, a united Canada. You know, I've always said, united we stand, divided we fall. So I'll make sure that we stand united.
It's so crazy. It's like COVID all over again. They're trying to get everybody in Canada on board with the same message. Be hysterical about COVID. Now be hysterical about Trump's rhetoric about Canada. Man, you're supposed to have differing views in a country, but a lot of the leaders in Canada want us to be a monolith. Relating to something else Ford said in that answer, some people in Canada are also saying Danielle Smith is not doing enough to separate herself from Alberta independence.
But the one premier we haven't heard from on this is Premier Smith this morning. Do you think that she should be coming out and making some sort of statement on this?
100%. She should completely condemn these meetings. She should say very strongly that there should be nobody from Canada meeting with a foreign government talking about people separating within our federation. So yes, absolutely. And look, to her credit, I think she...
So I'm pretty sure this clip would have been from before the clip we saw at the beginning from Danielle Smith, but...
has made it clear that she's not for Alberta separating. I would certainly like her not to toy around with referendums. I think we saw what happened with Brexit. I believe the UK government never thought that a referendum would go the way that it did. So it's something that they really have to be careful with. And the other aspect that really worries me about all of this is foreign interference. It's money from the U.S., not necessarily completely linked to political parties, but potentially, and money coming in trying to influence Albertans and putting falsehoods out and trying to use disinformation to have Albertans maybe gain some steam, have this...
It's interesting because I would say yesterday now was really the first major push we've seen against the Alberta independence movement. I mean, there's been little bits here and there, but this actually, I'd say, was the first sort of coordinated campaign, shaming campaign. I mean, David Eby, we'll play that at the end of the video. He used the word treason. Final clip here. I did a video yesterday highlighting David Eby, Premier of British Columbia, using the word treason. He was asked about it here, so pretty much doubles down. Let's take a look.
Ian Bailey, Globe and Mail. First question to Premier Eby. You went into the meeting this morning talking about treason, given that Albertan sovereigntists are associating with the Trump administration. You said you wanted to have this addressed in the meeting. Was this addressed in the meeting? And also to Premier Smith, if she wants to comment on it, as well as the Prime Minister.
I'll skip ahead because he talks about British Columbia for a bit. Then he actually gets to addressing the question.
Ian, to your question, this is a country my grandparents fought for, that many people before them helped to build. It's made up of First Nations who've been here since time immemorial, as well as immigrants who just got off the airplane today with hearts full of hope of their new adopted country. This is a country we have to fight for. And there are lots of people who would like to take it from us. We need to express in this moment, especially when the country faces such a profound threat, we need to express that we will fight for this country, that we'll stand up for it, and that those who don't wish to, those who would solicit a foreign government to try to come in and take over our country or break it up, that's not part of our vision for Canada. That's not Canadian conduct, and in fact, that is, I described it as an old-fashioned word because we haven't had to use it for a long time. In my opinion, that is treasonous activity, and it needs to be called out. It needs to be stopped. Now, I'm not talking about debates that we have inside the country among Canadians about how we order ourselves, our relationships between the federal government and the provinces, referenda that might be held. I'm talking about crossing the border, soliciting the assistance of a foreign government to break up this country, and I don't think we should stand for it.
Premier Smith,
Okay, you got to explain, in my opinion, what you think happened in those meetings. It's so crazy. Anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.